Everyman Driver Nation, I am proud and honored to introduce to you the 2016 Mazda MX-5. Isn't this a good looking machine? It's got a ceramic metallic exterior color, looks sharp to me. Not sure if you can tell how cool this looks on the outside, at least from the camera view. And I really like this front end. It's got a sporty, sexy, smooth look to it. Almost looks like a shark in the front. Sexy, smooth, sporty shark. I'm on a alliteration kick this afternoon. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I have a quick question for you though. I've been doing a lot of my Just Arrived videos, and those videos have been getting more views, more attention than my detailed driving reviews. Why is that? You seem to be more interested in my first look walk-arounds that are not as professionally produced. I'm using that selfie stick. And then when I put all the time and research into one of these detailed reviews, you're not watching as much. So I'm just wondering, should I spend so much time doing these detailed reviews? Let me know in the comments section below. Based on comments from my Just Arrived video, I'm going to make today's video a little more unconventional. I'm still going to have fun with it and give you some valuable information, but a lot of the things I'll be talking about are based on your requests left behind on YouTube in the previous video. So without further ado, let's get going. All right, Nation, you're requested to see under the hood. Let's go ahead and pop it and take a closer look. Inside is a gorgeous looking Sky Active technology 2-liter dual overhead cam, 4-cylinder. We are mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, which is very smooth shifting, tops out around 7,000 RPM, as you saw in my 0 to 60 mile per hour test a couple of days ago. This gets 155 horses. 148 pound-feet of torque, pretty quick off the line, rear wheel drive. We're rolling on 17-inch BB, how many Bs? BBS, forged dark alloy wheels. See, unscripted. I may be a news reporter, but I'm also human, so I don't have to be perfect all the time. Fuel economy, 27 city, 34 highway. I've been averaging this week around 30, 31 miles per gallon. So right there in the center where Mazda is predicting. There's also something in the instrument cluster. So when you are shifting between first, second, third, and fourth, there's a little arrow and indicator saying it's time to shift to second to third to fourth, fourth to fifth, fifth to sixth. You get the idea. Also, when it comes to fuel economy numbers, you can see your current MPGs as well as your lifetime MPGs, or at least during that certain segment that you're driving. There you go, under the hood. Before I showcase this next request, can I get a thumbs up for this backdrop? Isn't this gorgeous? I'm here in North Spokane. Right behind me is the Little Spokane River. People come down to this spot here and put in their rafts, their boats, and they float this river, which I've done in the past as well. So give me a thumbs up for the backdrop. Okay, this request is for the horn sound. People want to hear the sound of this horn. How many times have you walked away from a car, you use your key fob and you press the button to lock the car one more time and the horn goes off? Sometimes it's an ugly sound. Sometimes it's the sound of a mouse making its little sounds. And it's like, did I just lock the car, or what was that sound? I don't know what it is. So here we go. I'm gonna give you 3 honks of the MX-5's horn. Here we go. 1, 2. There you go. That's what the horn sounds like. This next request is a twofer. People wanted to see the legroom, or at least what it's like to get in the car, which would also lead to what the legroom is like. And secondly, the soft top. Opening up the soft top and take a look at your headroom, which is kind of crazy. Once you take the top off, you don't have to worry about your headroom. So here's what it looks like getting in this MX-5. I'm 5'11", and it's pretty low to the ground overall. Open it up. Oh, by the way, it's got a smart key entry, so you press this button right here to unlock it or lock it when you have the key fob on you, so unlock it. So now I'm getting down. You sink into the car, no problem. It feels great once you're seated, and there's some pretty decent adjustability with front and back. You can only go so far back. This is as far back as I can go, and my leg is locked out. So I am hitting the far left, just left of the clutch is where my leg is locked out, and I can't go any further back. So that's what your leg room looks like for a guy who's 5'11". I can adjust a little bit more forward, which I would do, and you can also have some adjustability leaning back, but just a little bit, not a lot. In fact, this is as far back as the seat goes over here, and there is a little bit of a thigh support right here where it gets the crease behind your knee. That little dial right there does that. Now, headroom for a guy who's 5'11" is just about right inside. I have about, let's say, maybe a fist between here and here, between top of my head and the soft top. Now, the great thing about the soft top, you can take it off from the driver's seat. Very simple, very quick. Go ahead and put a timer on me. 1, 2, 3, tick. Ta-da! Just like that. That was corny, wasn't it? Okay, but just see how easy that was to lower the soft top, and it does not impact the cargo space. That was a question as well. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. There are two ways to pop the trunk of the MX-5. There's a pull tab right next to where you pop the hood to the left of the driver's left leg. There's also a button here in the key fob. Press and hold that. Otherwise, I have not found any buttons or latches to open the trunk from back here. Sometimes you'll see a soft pad just below the icon, but there isn't one. So we'll go ahead and use the key fob. As you can see, the soft top does not impact this, and right here you have around 5 cubic feet of volume. Not a lot of room whatsoever. You do have room for a good-sized duffel bag, a medium-sized piece of luggage, groceries indeed, but that's about it. This is not the car that you use if you're going on, major trips where you need a lot of luggage or supplies, that kind of thing. So there you go. That's your cargo volume. All right, it is time to go for a ride because a lot of you have asked, what's it like with the ride and handling and take it on some windy roads? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and pop the top. All right, we are set. Let's go. It is so easy to steer this bad boy. Here's kind of one of those windy roads coming up here. I'll give it a little bit of gas and we'll kind of serpentine these roads. Here we go. Oh, that was cool. On rails. Left turn, Clyde. Second gear, third gear. Yeah, it's a beautiful vehicle to drive. And even though it's super low to the ground, not a big deal. I feel like it's hugging the road. Handling is very responsive. And my position in the car feels good, meaning twofold. One, how I'm seated, because there is some bolstering here on the seat, so I feel like I'm snug in the driver's seat. But also the weight of the car, where I'm in the car. It's a huge hood, at least it looks that way when you're driving, but I don't feel like I'm too far back and definitely not too far forward when I'm driving this. I will give you a road noise evaluation here in just a moment with and without the top on. But first, let's head up into some more windy roads here in North Spokane, Washington. Up ahead is a good opportunity to show you how this handles around corners and just an overall look and feel of what it's like. So I'll make my way up and you watch. Hugging the road nicely. No vibration through the steering wheel. Very smooth, very easy. All right, this is a good example of how this car hugs the corners. Man, this is nice. So well planted on the roadway. Great balance. Steering is firm enough, but responsive. Road noise with the top down, I don't really notice it too much. Maybe it's just how they engineered this to where I can hear myself pretty easily. There is a bit of wind, of course, just above the windshield, but other than that, it's good. Real quickly here, we'll close the top. Let's talk about road noise now. Windows up. You know, I can hear the engine through the wheels, but since we're so low to the ground, it makes sense that you're going to hear the road noise and, of course, the engine sound. A couple of observations inside. I do like this cup holder here up the front, just right of the parking brake. Behind me, that's more of a storage cup holder in my opinion, maybe for the passenger, but for me, I really don't have access to it, so I just kept a water bottle here for when I went to go work out. But up here, up front, is where I would utilize that water bottle, and just underneath here is where I keep my keys and a pen. My cell phone doesn't quite fit there, but that's where I put that, and maybe even my driver's license and those kind of things. Other than that, I really don't see this as a car that, you know, you're taking, you know, business trips on. Sure, it's going to be fun driving around the countryside, but only for so long. I just want to make the point one more time about ride comfort, because many of you have asked about that. I'm extremely comfortable in this seat, and it probably has to do with my size. This car really fits me as a guy who's 5'11". I'm not too wide, I'm not too tall. I fit just right, and everything is where I would naturally want it to be. So my elbow hits the center armrest, my hand goes here on the shift knob, my elbow up here on the side sill with my hands on the steering wheel. It's a good fit for someone my size. And navigation screen propped up here on the dash, good spot for me. I like it. It fits me. So the MSRP here on this 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata is $28,600. Our tester also has a couple of bonus packages included, so what you see right here, just over $33,000. I've had a lot of fun driving it. I would say for someone who's 6'3", 6'4", and above, probably not your cup of tea. I do like driving with that top down. You get a lot of head turns. People are, first of all, curious about what this car is because it's newly on the streets. 2016, come on, give me a break. It is definitely fun to drive around town and around the canyons if you want to go do some windy roads. And inside, exactly what you would expect when it comes to technology from a Mazda. I like it, and I think you should definitely take a look at it, and absolutely a test drive. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks for watching.